Welcome back, guys. I'm Juliette, and today we're doing 45 minutes full body restorative yoga practice. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. We do 6 times a week different types of the workouts to keep that body healthy, strong, flexible, and beautiful. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those. It's going to be very healing and very restorative yoga practice. As always, I will guide you through, guys, with all modifications, and you team will do your best. So let's begin. Alright guys, we will begin today in our child pose. So let's begin with the wide knees child pose. So keep your big toes together and spread your knees wide so those still are on your mat, of course, so it feels comfortable. And go ahead and just fold forward right in between. If you have to put the block underneath your forehead, you can always do this, right? And go ahead and just close your eyes and let's just start to focus on connecting or reconnecting with ourselves. Our life is always busy, always full of different meetings, appointments, challenges. We're always chasing something, goals or dreams, but nothing is going to be matter unless we have that precious connection, mind, body, and the true self. And let's slowly just lift halfway up, just the chest from the mat, and lift your heart and come on up with me on your fingertips and draw those elbows a little bit deeper. Just kind of balance up here. Start to express through the shoulders, through the shoulder blades, through the nose in, through the nose out, and then slowly, guys, dive back to the full child pose. Just a gentle relaxation up here. Very good. And let's slowly rise up again, just a halfway through. And this time put your left hand in between and take your right just a halfway up. You can also put it on the waistline if you want, right? Just wherever that right arm is going. And let's gently cross over your left with your right and just fold forward one more time. Draw the tailbone back, relax that spine, just make your body feel good. And let's take our right in between and go ahead and rotate through the left side, guys, right? All the way towards the left. And you can have your hand on the hip or extend it, just try to not over rotate that shoulder, and all the way back to the center, cross over your right with the left, and just dive forward one more time. Soft, long, extended breathing just to make the body feel good. Let's go ahead and slowly rise up. If you need to sit with your knees closer, you can obviously sit with your knees closer. Reach up all the way with me and take your right hand on the side, extend and straight all the way, and then take your left on the side, extend and straight. And we're gonna give it a few more repetitions up here, all the way on the right, and on exhalation all the way on the left. Very good. And let's do it just a couple of times. Each time, one on the right and one on the left. Excellent. Let's dive, guys, back to that child pose, and this time from here we're going to draw our left arm underneath the right and just make it comfortable. It doesn't have to be super deep. Just go ahead and dive down. Just make sure it's comfortable on your shoulder, guys, and give it a few more extra breathing cycles. Very good. And let's gently switch the sides. Just simply take your right underneath the left. And again, try to relax the hips and just give that right shoulder right now a full stretching, full relaxation. If you need to come out earlier, then come out. And in today's practice, come on back up, guys. In today's practice, we're going to be holding our asanas for a longer period of time, as always. So let's go ahead and make the transfer to the tabletop with the wide knees as we started. And we're just going to do a few rocking movements from the front to the forward. You can stop up here, or you can flow with me to the full cobra pose, right? Full one, if your body allows you to do that. If not, don't worry about it. Just go halfway through. That's also good. And eventually it's going to expand and it's going to get better. Just as long as you practice it every day, it's always going to improve. Let's give it a couple more movements like this, halfway or full way. If you think you need to go on your elbows, definitely, guys, go on your elbows and just take your time. Listen to your body. Again, that's so important. Do the one more time and let's just stay up here. Let's stay up here. Definitely dive on your elbows if you have to do your Sphinx pose, just on your elbows. Go ahead and look above right shoulder. Release the shoulders. Let the neck be long and soft. And go ahead, look above another shoulder. And let's repeat this one just a couple more times with your open breath rhythm. Soft rotation through the neck. Gentle rotation even through the lower back. And just one more time from each side. And left shoulder. Great job. From here, guys, we're gonna be diving on the floor. And we will begin our practice on the ground by working on the shoulders today. So slide your left underneath. Slide your right on top. And we just will dive for a soft hold up here. If you need to stay up there, stay up there. If you can send your hand, your chin on your arms, do that. Close your eyes and just rest. And just rest. We're gonna hold this just in about minute and a half on this side. And then we're gonna switch the arms and go to the other direction. If you need to come out earlier, make sure you direct yourself to come back up, readjust, rearrange, and then maybe come back for a few more breaths. I want you guys to be comfortable. This is a restorative practice. We worked hard all week from Monday to Friday, and it's time to restore. So let's give it a few extra breathing cycles. Make sure that you're exhaling through the muscles, through the joints. And let's slowly start to come back up. Take your arms all the way up front, give them a little straight all the way in. Then we're going to take our right and left right above. Again, it might not go all the way through, right? Just do what you can. Send your chin right on top on the arms. You can hold this elevated. You not necessarily have to go all the way through. If it doesn't get there, just close your eyes and go ahead, relax. Shoulders can be very, very sensitive, so be mindful. If it starts to bother you, you're definitely a little bit too far. And we're just gonna give it another 6 to 8 long breathing cycles. Don't hurry up, and if you have to come up earlier, don't wait for me. Just come up, readjust, and then maybe return back, or maybe give it a little bit a break. And just a few breaths, everyone. Stay with me. Great job. Come on back up and undo those arms. Take your hands to the wider position all the way and come up. Very good. We're going to reach up, express the heart, and slowly dive vertebra by vertebra back. Place your forehead on the floor. Stretch that neck. Press it really, really firmly. And just have the forehead on the ground. Let's do it one more time. Reach up and open. Express through that heart. And dive it back. Stretch that neck. Forehead on the ground. So you have to feel it on the back side of your neck. Come on back up. all the way. And last one time, forehead on the floor, all the way. Excellent. Slowly release those arms. We're gonna go work a little bit on the back, and then I will take you on our kneeling position. So set your head on the side and just take your right leg or left and start to take and tap the floor. If you can't reach the floor, don't stress about it. Roll on the other side, then just go halfway through. Maybe you can't reach today, that is totally fine. And just a few more with your own breath rhythm. Faster than me, guys, or slower than me. Just listen what feels good for that spine. We're gonna do a few more. If you feel like you have to stop right in between, that means you have to stop and just maybe hold it for longer if it feels good. Let's do one more from each side. All the way, don't forget to breathe, guys. Very nice. And return back to the center on your belly. Now, let's take the right arm all the way up front, right elbow all the way up, right underneath the shoulder. If that is already locked, stay right up here, or see if you can catch up on the right ankle with your left foot, with your left hand. Go ahead and reach up, express with the heart. Very gentle stretching. You can also, guys, use your strap. This is not a yoga strap I have today. This is just a little band for the workout, but you can also use that one always to bind with your feet. So we're holding it for just a few more breaths. In through that nose, out through that nose. And slowly release it. Take your left hand up front, rock on the left, and just give it a tiny, soft, gentle stretch. And then we're gonna do the other side. Just a breath or two, and slowly roll back. This time we're gonna leave our left underneath the left shoulder. You can stay just up here, or you can catch up on your left ankle. Maybe you lifted even your knee off the floor. Maybe you are not lifting the knee off the floor. It's just up to you. And reach all the way up. Express, expand, take your time. In through that nose, out through that nose. And let's slowly let it go. Place your right up front, roll all the way, touch the floor. Just express a little bit more through the hip flexors, through the chest. Give it just a little recovery. After the hold. And let's, guys, go on our tabletop. So make your soul transfer to our tabletop. And from the tabletop, we will just go for the simple and very therapeutic flow, cat and cow. Just the one we always do to warm up or to even cool down. Let's reach up and try to go, guys, through the full range of motion. Go as slow as you need, as fast as your body feels to go. Do not afraid to stop in a half point and just maybe wiggle the hips a little bit. Just do what feels right. And just a few more up and down movements. Very nice. And the last one, let's stop right in the center. Reach your right arm up all the way, guys. And sweep that arm underneath the left shoulder, all the way. It can go all the way through. You might need still support yourself. It's a restorative yoga today, but if you want to go a little bit more challenging, I would say, you can go ahead and extend the leg. You can go ahead and grab your ankle as an option. That's it. And let's take it back and take it all the way back up. Up and down cat and cow, just for a couple movements to restore the back. Excellent. Take your left arm up and sweep the left underneath the right. So you can stay just up here You can go ahead and progress and take the leg up. And today I have my friend Steve practicing with me again. He's very quiet, but he's using a more advanced modification. So guys, if it's there for your practice, go ahead and do it. And if not, just stay where you are and just simple thread the needle. Let's go ahead and take it slowly, gently back to the cat and cow, guys. Back to the cat and cow. Just a breath or two. And let's go ahead and reach our right arm and left leg. We're gonna go for the few movements, elbow to the knee. Very gentle, very restorative. If that is a little bit too much for you today because you are a beginner, just use one arm or use just a leg, or continue to practice your cat and cow. Just a couple more. Reach, extend, expand, and reach and extend, expand. Let's bind if you do have a bind. If you don't, no worries, just do what you can. Maybe you go back to your child pose and restore in your child pose, and then you join us for the other side. Go ahead and take the knee back, cat and cow. Always so restorative. Take it back. Extend your left arm and your right leg all the way through. Knee to the elbow, guys. Just a few. It can be 4 or 5. Maybe it's less than this. Just depend how fast or slow you move in. Make sure you breathe in. Don't hold the breath. Whatever you're doing, just don't hold the breath. And one more. Stay up here in the balancing tabletop. Grab that ankle. Go back to your child pose if you have to go back to your child pose. Breathe actively. Few more. And back to the cat and cow. Just a few. Drop the head. Relax the neck all the way. We are going to go for the downward facing dog modified or full one, guys. Tuck your toes and extend your knees or keep them bent. Beginners, bend your knees, lift your heels. Make sure that your back is soft, long, and extended, whatever you're doing, right? And go ahead and press the heels back on the floor. Drop the head all the way. Close your eyes. Let's focus on a long, extended back. Let's focus on a long and extended back. All the way, guys. Don't worry about the form too much. Just try to think about your long back. If your knees are bent, the knees are bent. Doesn't matter. And let's slowly, guys, raise the right leg. And if you need to bend your knee for the hip circles, you're gonna bend your knee. If you want to do it with extended leg like I'm doing right now, and Steve is following me with extended leg as well. So just make sure that your body weight shift a little bit more back, away from the shoulders. Just give it a few more circles, inward or outward or both directions, just whichever feels good. Let's go ahead and bend the knee all together and reach the toes behind the back. Behind the back, continue to shift weight back towards the hip, towards the left hand, and take a step, guys. We're gonna take a step to the low lunge today. Now, if you're using the actually knee pads, it's time to use them, or if you're using the towels, it's time to use them. I will also show you today how you can use your blocks. We're gonna be pretty much about a couple minutes in this low lunge, so it's really wise to use your blocks up here. Especially if your body is constantly taking you up, you can use it a little bit lower, right? Or if you don't have a blocks today, you have to buy them. Just make that little, very healthy investment. And you can also put your hands on the floor. You can use books in your house if you have the books, right? So if you don't need to use the blocks, we're just gonna be up here. Focus on drawing that knee slightly outside and relaxing. Definitely, I don't want you to hover over your leg and hold and shake. So you have to use the tools if you do have them. Let's take the arms all the way up and swing. And just a few more. All the way. Great job. And just a couple more. Then we're gonna go, guys, for the lateral bends. This is side. Again, you could have used the blocks if you have to support yourself on the side when you bend. If you don't have them, it's really nice idea to get them if you're serious about gain the flexibility and work out with us every day, because we use those blocks in the restorative practice and even in the regular one. And let's go ahead and reach arms up. Anyway, if you need to come out of the asana earlier, you do it. Don't wait for me. Then recover, come back. Left arm and right arm inside, eagle arms. Now, you could put those arms, if you can reach all the way on the floor. You could have used your blocks up here and put your arms on the blocks. Blocks are really, really, really helpful tool. So I'm gonna be doing it without the blocks. I know sometimes it's a little bit more challenging to hold the asana for longer than just to move actively through the vinyasa, through the ashtanga style. Mind starts to wander, body is not used to that. I encourage you guys to close your eyes and look for the connection within. Ask yourself right questions. How am I feeling? Am I practicing from the heart? From the place to prove something to someone or to myself. And just try to be present in your practice. Doesn't have to be anything special. Treat it as a very special time every single second. Come on up, guys. Come on up and shift your body weight all the way towards the left. So you could have again used the blocks up here. If you're not using the blocks, just support yourself and slightly, gently fold forward. We just give it a few soft breathing up here. And then a few breaths. If you will decide to go with me deeper today, then you can do it. But if not, you can definitely stay up here and just move to your child pose whenever you're ready. And then we're all gonna meet there in a few. So tuck your toes if you're going deeper on the left and continue to go a little bit farther down there. It can be very challenging to sit on your heel, right? So I don't want you to do it if your toes are not ready, but if it's ready, go ahead and dive a little bit deeper up here. Just take your time. If you're doing that, try not to release the toes right on the left. We're trying to stretch the feet and stretch the toes. And if you can grab your ankle or your foot, just go ahead and do it, guys. Do not stress about the asana. When the asana is done right, it feels spacious, it feels very right. Not necessarily easy all the time, but it feels light and spacious, it feels right. Take a few breaths. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose. And let's slowly come up and take your knee back. Bring your hips back on the floor. Child pose, guys. Child pose, just a gentle, relaxing child pose. You can put your knees a little bit wider today. If you want to, you can keep them together. We're gonna give a few breaths to ourselves. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose, and then slowly transfer your weight back through the tabletop, and then back to the downward facing dog. We will repeat the flow which we just did from the other side. Drop the head, relax your neck. Go ahead and raise your left leg all the way. You can keep that leg, guys, extended for the hip circles. You can bend your knee. Go ahead and start those hip circles just as we did on the other side, just like you're drawing the little circle. Shift the weight back, away from the shoulders. Neck is limp, loose and relax. Go ahead and bend your knee, everyone, and take the toes, be high in the back. Relax the neck and give yourself a genuine smile. You're doing some good for yourself. You're taking care of your body. That's the only one thing we can't replace. We have to take a good care of our vehicle. Go ahead and look forward and step forward, guys. to the front, to the front. We're going to go through exactly the same flow which we did on our right leg. So front knee above the front ankle. I encourage you to use the blocks if you have the blocks. It's much easier to relax. Whole point of that lower hold is to be able to let the upper body weight melt through the lower body, using the gravity as a friend. Let's take the arms and give it a few rolls. Maybe let's do one to this direction and a couple to the other directions. Maybe you remember which one you did. And we're gonna go through the few lateral bends. Steve, let's go ahead and do it and just give it a good straight. Don't just follow me, guys, but try to feel it. Every single movement keeps that body alive. It's so important when we start to pay attention to the body. We start the healing process. We start to hear what that body needs and what that body doesn't need. And just a couple more, right and left, left and right. Enjoying the movements, enjoying the freedom of the movements. Not everyone has that luxury. Come on, back up. And we're gonna get ready for the eagle arms, guys. This time, your right and your left inside. Now, if you go ahead and place them on the floor, this is genuinely excellent. Steve is with his hands and almost on the floor. That's amazing what my students can do these days. I can see those progresses. It's just amazing. And guys, and if you don't have this yet, use your blocks, please. Use your blocks. I want you to use your tools. Don't be afraid to use the tools. It's not embarrassing. It's very wise to use your tools so you can get more flexible, heal your body faster. Let's have a few more breathing cycles here. And let's slowly start to come back up to the half Hanumanasana prayer for half monkey pose. Let's set our right hip above the right knee and start to fold forward. Maybe not all the way through yet. Maybe you have your blocks up there, maybe you don't have your blocks up there. Just folding forward through the hip flexor, bringing some attention to your back. Keep on breathing through the nose in, through the nose out. And if you will decide to go with me deeper down and sit down on your ankles, go ahead. If not, stay right there or go, guys, to your child pose. We're gonna meet there in a few breaths anyway. So if you do sit on your ankle, you're working right now on stretching your feet, stretching your ankles, stretching your entire lower body as well. Just be mindful, don't overdo it. I don't want you to hurt yourself, but I don't want you to underdo as well. Always, always, always push a little bit more than you thought you can do. And that's gonna lead to healing, expanding, getting stronger, getting more flexible. It doesn't mean you put yourself in a painful position, but I want you to push through the boundaries. And just a few more breaths up here. Just be mindful. If you can grab your ankle, that's great. If you can't grab your ankle, that's great as well. Very good. And let's slowly start to rise up. And we will simply, guys, meet in the child pose with the wide knees. And then we're gonna practice a little bit more of the toes today. And then I'm gonna take you on your back. So just relax and restore. Give it a few breaths. We're gonna go through one more gentle flow right up here since we are here. So keep your hands and your elbows on the floor and just slide through. You might not be able to go as low close to the floor as I do right now, and that is fine. You don't even have to get up all the way through as well. You can come much lower, be on your elbows, take it back all the way through the top, back to the child pose. Let's do just a few more. Very healing for the back. If you stuck somewhere in the halfway and you feel something and doesn't let you go, we don't skip the area. We try to stop and breathe and observe and learn what our body trying to tell us. Maybe that particular area of the spine needs a little bit more attention on a daily basis. Maybe you have to reduce some power work. Maybe you should add more flexibility training. Just start to listen. Don't just skip. You have a one body. We have to feed that body well. We have to give that body good exercises and good rest, of course, good quality rest. Let's go ahead, guys, and reach up to the tabletop. Make your transition to your back right now. Make your transition to your back. And we're gonna start to work up here. So we're gonna go first with a few tiny little hip lifts, not even the full bridge Sitabhanasana day yet, just a tiny little hip lift. Just a lift like you peeling the orange off the floor, hips off the floor until your back, lower back is achieving kind of neutral line, and then slowly take it vertebra by vertebra all the way back. We're gonna do a few times just like that, very gentle. You don't have to bring your hips all the way up. Peel it off the ground until you have a long extended back, and then slowly take it back on the floor. If you feel, guys, very confident, Steve, if you feel very confident, then we're going to lift the hips just like we did and add the one leg extension as well, just a little one. But if it's not there, it's not there. It's a little bit more challenging on the back. Slowly take it back. Bring the hips back on the floor, guys. One more time. Reach the leg. Inner thighs looking into each other. And slowly release. We're gonna do just a couple more times each. One time for each side. Lift. Maybe you just peeling your hips off the ground and taking them back. And take it back one more time, guys. Nice and slow. Reach. And all the way back, exhalation. So let's go ahead and reach all the way back with the arms. Take your legs all the way up front and lengthen in that body. Give it a long, strong stretching all the way. Draw your right leg all the way up and go ahead and pull the belly right towards the front quadricep all the way. Keep on breathing, guys. In through that nose, out through that nose. Very good. And slowly take it to the other side. Reach all the way and pull your left leg up and open. Left quadricep slowly to the belly, guys. All the way. That's it. And take it all the way back down. Stretch again. Give it a long quality stretch. Draw your both knees towards the chin, chest or belly. All the way. Give those ankles a good quality hug. Go ahead and bend your knees. Extend your right leg and press on top in a sleeping straddle. Press on top on your left and continue just to hold it for a few extra breathing cycles. That's it. And go ahead and switch. Take your other leg all the way. Press on top on the right. Just a gentle stretch. That is it. And all the way back. Both feet on the floor. We're gonna go ahead and slowly roll the shoulders up off the floor, guys. Just reach up, touch the sides of the legs, and then release it back. It's a replacement for our boat pose, so we slowly contract the abdominal wall, and we slowly taking it back, guys, and all the way reach up and open. And take it all the way slowly back. One more time, reach up and open. Take it all the way back. Let's do it one more last time. Reach up and open. And extend those arms and legs all the way. We will go ahead today and roll on the right side first. Just roll on the right side. And go ahead and grab your right ankle, your left ankle, sorry. And just pull it all the way away from the hip. All the way away from the hip. That's it. Very good. And let's slowly bring the leg all the way up. And see if you can reach the ankle. If not, you can always use a strap. And use a strap. Lay your head on the floor and just gently, gently, gently give it a stretch. And if you don't feel really comfortable on that side, all you have to do to move your bottom leg a little bit more up front, and it's going to be much more cozy. And let's slowly take it back all the way. Go ahead, guys, and roll on other side. And I will just switch my direction so we can see each other better. And we're gonna lay down and just grab the other ankle, the leg on top. Go and all the way pull it away. So heel away from the hip so you can stretch it back a little bit more. That's it. And we will slowly extend that leg all the way. If you don't feel stable, all you have to do is to move the bottom leg slightly up front and just continue to stretch and lengthen in through the spine, through that extended leg. Don't hold the breath. Make sure you're breathing. And release it all the way. Come on up, guys, and bring your one leg up front, another leg all the way back for the deer pose up here. And go ahead and reach up and just simply fold forward, guys. Just simply fold forward where you can. On your arms, forehead on the floor, belly on top on the legs. It doesn't have to be anything special. Just let your body rest and relax. And we just give it a few breaths, just a few breaths up here. That's it. And let's slowly return back to the center. And take your hands behind the hips. If it's too much for you to lift the hips off the ground, then just lift the upper body. But if you can do it, that's great. And slowly take it back. Let's switch the sides. Just take the other leg up front. That's it. And then stay up here. Go on your hands, forehead on the block. Or just release your body to the front. Just whatever feels comfortable. I encourage you to let the ankles to relax, your shoulders. Let all the tension go away from that body. And we give it just a few extra breaths. Just a few extra. Very nice. Come on back up and send your hands, guys, behind, all the way behind, and reach up and open just the hips off the ground with the chest, or just the chest. If upper body, if the lower body doesn't go off the floor yet. Breath or two. Come on back up to the front. Let's bring our both feet to Baddha Konasana or the butterfly pose. You can stay simply up here. You can go ahead and take your hands on top on your feet for a little bit more layering, more challenge. You can also, guys, take your hands all the way underneath if you can reach. It's more advanced. It requires a little bit more shoulders. In this flexibility, you can dive your forehead on your toes. You can dive that forehead on the block up front. Just make sure it feels right. Make sure it feels right. And we're gonna give it a few final inhalations, exhalations. Look inside and just ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Am I relaxed? Am I stressed? Remember, guys, relaxation is a choice. Relaxation and healing starts within. And let's go ahead and undo the hands. Move back to the front. Put your both feet up front. Let's give it a final half spinal twist. Look above the one shoulder. Expand, extend. Be grateful for everything we have in this life, and let's reach all the way up. Go ahead and rotate through the other side. Look behind the shoulder, and again, gratitude is such a powerful thing. We expand for growth and heal, and universe gives us even more through the gratitude. Let's come back. Look all the way up. Draw your both hands up front of your heart. Close your eyes, guys, or keep them open. It doesn't matter. Just ignite that fire, that passion about life within. And open your heart for the good things, and let everything what doesn't serve you to go away. All it does is pulling us back. Doesn't help us to grow and expand. Smile with that heart and flow through the rest of this precious and unique day with unshakable peace inside. Namaste. I am just so proud of you, Steve. Thank you for being here with me today. Guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our daily classes. And I really want to hear about your week. If you soar, how are you feeling, and how else I can help you to achieve your fitness goals. And I will, guys, see you tomorrow.